kick. Kodiak fields it deep.
Maybe it's because I'm not the biggest fan, but every time I play one of these football games from this console era, they all seem identical to me. Like, you could seriously put Madden on one TV and NFL 2K3 on the other, and if you took away the interface stuff and it was just the gameplay, I couldn't tell the difference. I mean, could you? It's no wonder there's only one game in town these days. These NFL games, it turned into a game of inches. Like 90% the same, 10% different, and just slightly different at best. Which, in a way, kind of speaks highly of NFL 2K3.
Bennett with the ball.
So this thing was released in 2002, and it actually got a lot of positive reviews. In fact, it was to the point where a lot of people were saying the NFL 2K series was neck and neck with Madden. The EA series wasn't the clear and decisive winner anymore. And when you play this game, you can see why. For its time, NFL 2K3 is an awesome version of Madden. But to be fair, it does do a few things differently than Madden. Specifically, Dan freaking Patrick.
Hi there, welcome to SportsCenter. I'm Dan Patrick. Plenty of good stuff to get to on the program tonight. But first, our top story of the day. SEGA Sports, the authority in sports video gaming, has drafted ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, as a key player to boost its critically acclaimed SEGA sports franchises to a higher level in order to score with gamers.
So from the moment you load this thing up, it's ESPN City. In fact, if you didn't know any better, you might think like you forgot to switch the input, that you were still watching SportsCenter, because it's all over the freaking place. It's got those awful-looking red and yellow ESPN graphics from the early 2000s. It's got Dan freaking Patrick. I mean, for better or worse, NFL 2K3 uses the ESPN license to the fullest. It really went for the presentation of an ESPN broadcast. And at the very least, that makes it different. Of course, not much else is different, certainly not the core gameplay. But like I said, there's no way of telling NFL 2K3 from Madden. It's just identical. Same perspective, same core mechanics, same game. Where they differ, to the extent that they do, is the details. One being that, holy crap, this game is way harder than Madden. The AI here is just all pro, especially on defense. You know, like in Madden, it's generally pretty easy to score. I didn't score once in this game until I turned the difficulty down to rookie. Picking up yards in NFL 2K3 can be brutal, which, you know, if you're a hardcore football gamer, that's probably a good thing.
Into the pocket, caught over the middle, and it will be 4th and long.
They dump it off over the middle and complete it for several yards, but Dan, they're still going to be short.
So, expect to get picked off a lot and sacked. It's also pretty hard to break tackles, so hope you like the short game. Tough defense, 5-yard gains. It's like NFL 2K 1974. This is ridiculous. And even though you do get a better handle on the game after a while, make no mistake, this is not an easy game to get into. It's definitely for more hardcore players. There's a lot of nuance and control here, which is great stuff for sim fans. Kind of a headache for me, though. I'm more of a Tecmo Bowl guy. And, you know, the presentation's about more than just the ESPN stuff. This is actually a really pretty football game, especially on the GameCube. The animations and player models are a step above what you might expect for their time. The game moves very smoothly, which is important for a sports game especially. Now, on the negative side, the environments are definitely the weak part. The stadiums are a lot less impressive. But in general, great presentation. The game looks and sounds really good too. And actually, this was mailed to us by our good friend Daniel from Palm Coast, Florida. And he actually sent All-Star Baseball 2003 with it, which I also recently reviewed. And both of these games, just way better looking and sounding than I remember from sports games from a decade ago. I mean, I was genuinely surprised by that. Of course, my expectations were like 0.0, these old-ass sports games.
Flutie, base back. Throws. Hot sideline.
Doug Flutie links up perfectly with his man for the score. We'll take another look. That's 6 points.
They were totally synced up on that play. A great route plus a great catch.
Equals 6 points, and that's really great.
You know, if you like really deep simulation sports games and you've never played this, even now, I'd recommend at least checking it out. It's kind of insane how in-depth this thing went with its management options. If you're the kind of person who likes spending hours on those aspects of a sports game, NFL 2K3 still has something to offer GameCube fans. It was that good for its time. Of course, only the most hardcore football fans and simulation buffs need apply, but if that's you, you might want to grab a clipboard, send some scouts, check out NFL 2K3. Telling you, this old vet can still play.
They have their tight end to the right. Stewart stays back. It's tight. Warren runs him down and makes the tackle deep in the backfield.
Back to receiver, huh?